race, place your bets, I want it all. Ooh, I'm lucky, ooh, I'm lucky, ooh, I'm lucky, ooh, I'm lucky. Show your hand, spin the wheel, pick your team, I want it all. Ooh, I'm lucky, ooh, I'm lucky, ooh, I'm lucky.
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? What's going on, man? Excuse some of the noise outside. Somebody's mowing some lawn, if you can even hear it. But yeah, man. Keith Thurman, Errol Spence Jr. Let's talk about it, man. Keith Thurman calls out Errol Spence Jr., man. He calls him out. Says there can be only one. I guess, king of the 147, but you got to go through me. He does got 2 belts. Earl finally has one. He finally has one, you know what I'm saying? So now it's kind of like relevant now that he's, calling him out, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, he wasn't even ranked in the WBA, Errol Spence, nor in the WBC to, as a mandatory, you know what I'm saying? Let alone be calling him out just because Floyd, co-signed on him 2 years ago. But, yeah, so Errol Spence got it done, man. He finally has a belt. He has arrived, man. He's got the belt. He got the IBF belt, one of the top, governing bodies, you know what I'm saying? So, he's right up there with the, I would have to say I put the IBF over the WBA, but anyway, he's right up there with the WBC, like WBC, IBF, WBO, WBA. And the reason I say that because WBA, man, they got too much stuff going on, with these regular champs and all this other stuff. That's not healthy, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of these boxers, they go around calling themselves champions, and they're not really the champion of their sanctioning body, That's not, like Keith Thurman said, man, there can be only one. Highlander. One 147 fighter. Anyway, so yeah, man. I was thinking about like, man, what I'm gonna come up with, trying to, make up some kind of excuse for, why Keith Thurman shouldn't fight Errol Spence Jr. Because Keith my guy, you know what I'm saying? Keith my guy, I was like, man, now you gotta fight him. I was trying to scheme and think about, like, man, how am I gonna protect Keith Thurman? Should I call National Guard or something like that? So yeah, so I had to ponder about that. I was like, man, what kind of like, what kind of what can I come up with? What kind of message can I put out in the YTBC in order to steer, the listeners and everybody to someone else? You know what I'm saying? Redirect. Let's put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like think, speak. As a distraction, but I couldn't think of anything because you know what? Keith Thurman pretty much took that away, man. Because if you go on FightHype.com, I'm going to leave some links in the description, man. Go on FightHype. Man, he's in his career, man, in Keith Thurman's career, bro, he's battled through a lot of injuries. So he's got that elbow injury and stuff like that. He's going to be out like 6 months or whatever like that. He fought, what was that, like March or something like that, versus Danny. Let me bring it up on BoxRec, man. I got this other dude up. One of the many guys that actually ducked Errol Spence, man. That Konstantin Panamarov, whatever his name is. Yeah, so let me pull up Keith Thurman's record. Yeah, so it's March 4th, man. March 4th. He said he wants to come back at the end of the year and whatnot. Now, some people was like, yeah, let's do it right away. You know what I'm saying? Them the haters, you know what I'm saying? Them the haters that say that. You know what I'm saying? Them people that really want Keith Thurman to come in with a handicap, you know what I'm saying? You got people doing surgery and scraping your elbow and stuff like that. And on your elbow and stuff, but you know, that's major, man. Somebody got cut into you, man. You gotta heal and get right, man. You know, he had calcium deposits up on his elbow and it was getting paid for him to throw, man. You want him to be sharp, you know. That's why he hasn't been one time, you know. He's been sometime, you know what I'm saying. He's been sometime Thurman, or runtime Thurman. You know, that's what was going on, guys, man. You guys ain't got no sympathy for people, man. You know, that's why he was sometime, you know, runtime. Or you remember that one time I got that knockout. You know, that's why he been like that, you know, because he been having, you know, issues with his elbow and stuff like that. Looks like his right elbow. You know, he had calcium deposit. It was hurting him, man. It was hurting. He was pain, you know, he was in pain. Dang, man. Y'all gotta have some, you know. And you wonder why these boxers be, you know, submitting, you know, to the injuries during a fight and be walking away like that one guy versus Lomachenko, the Gully Queen. I can't mention his name, but yeah, like that guy versus Lomo be walking away, and I had to say quitting on that one. Yeah, but anyway. Well, I want to say that, you know, he's self-preservation, you know what I'm saying? He submitted. There's another good technical term for submitting. I forgot what it was, but it's more like, you know, up there in the English dictionary. But anyway, back to Keith Thurman and this whole elbow injury, man. He was on Fight Hype. Talking about how in his career that he went into fights injured or having some type of injury. Now, it's sad, you know, like a lot of these boxers don't even come into these fights like 100% and stuff like that, that's on them, you know, but with this being said, you can make a strong argument that his next fight should be at the end, coming off an injury, should be Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? If you like destined to see that fight, I mean, go to Fight Hype, man. He said it himself, man. No, he put it out there, so just keep him real. You know what I'm saying? So on the Orlando Laura, what was it? December. No, it wasn't December. It was 2012, July 21st, 2012, man. You know, he was on HBO. He's supposed to go against Mandown. He bailed and whatnot. He had his wisdom teeth pulled out like the week of the fight. You know what I'm saying? He had his wisdom teeth pulled out the week of the fight. And so he went in there with some type of surgery. That was oral surgery, it was wisdom teeth. He didn't take any pain meds or anything like that. He said he didn't take any type of medication. Maybe, I'm speculating, maybe a Tylenol, but he didn't say that. He said he didn't take nothing. So, but, which I'm not surprised, you know, seems to be more like of a, herbal type brother, like do natural medicine and all that other stuff. But, yeah, man. And he had another injury going into this Diego Chavez fight. You know what I'm saying? He had another injury. I forgot what it was off the top of my head, but I'm going to leave a link in the description below. He's going to explain it in the Fight Hype. He had another issue, you know, going into the Diego Chavez fight. And the Diego Chavez fight, that was a big fight. You know, a lot of people don't want to give him credit for that, but Diego Chavez right now is in purgatory because of how good he is. And the risk and reward is just not there, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have that high profile, but, you know, I think he was with Golden Boy or whatever like that, and, he was doing his thing, man. From Argentina, Diego Chavez. But yeah, man. He's making a comeback though. But he's fighting next month, 17th up in Argentina. So he's getting back into it. He's been active. Well, he took 2015 off after that Timothy Bradley split decision, and then that DQ versus Bam Bam Rios and stuff like that. They went on and chucked him out because he was good. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of him. Because he was banging at the boys. I guess he thought he was gonna roll over and stuff like that. But anyway, that guy was a heavy hitter, man. He was a heavy hitter going into that fight, man. Diego Chavez. A lot of people didn't know nothing about him. Hard hitting Argentinian, and Argentinians, they ain't no punks, man. You know what I'm saying? They got some guys coming out of there that are pretty good, and he was one of them. And it was nip and tuck, man, between him and Thurman. But anyway, he was injured in that one. And then the most well-known one as of late is the Sean Porter fight. We know what happened. That was a car accident. You know what I'm saying? That was a car accident. And he was injured in that one. He was stiff, with the neck and everything like that. And you know the story, man. He had to recover, man. But anyway, long story short, you can make a good argument that fight should be the next fight. You know what I'm saying? For this year. If you gotta see it this year, you can make a good argument because he has worked through injuries and stuff like that. And I guess you can make an argument that no fighter goes into a fight 100%. But I would like the dude to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no question marks or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you now if you're a betting guy, maybe you want some kind of handicap, but I don't know why you would want somebody to go in the ring injured. But you would like to know if the person's healthy though. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, moving along, man. Moving along. I don't think that's gonna be the next fight because you got Sean Porter. He's the mandatory for that WBC belt. How, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He just lost, and you know what I'm saying? He just lost. I don't think he fought anybody of note. Andre Berto, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That shouldn't get you back up at, that number one spot in WBC, but it did. But, yeah, man, I think it's going to be a while, man. I think it's going to be sometime next year, maybe a year out. I think this is going to hype it up, man. I think this is going to play off each other. Talking about Mandown and Keith Thurman talk about Onetime, and he's gonna be psychoanalyzing. He's gonna do a lot of psychodrama and stuff like that with Errol Spence, and he's gonna put because he's dude's a philosopher, man. He's a philosopher, man. He's gonna put some doubt in the old boy's mind, man. Hopefully, they look like they got a Twitter thing going on, but if anybody can plant that seed of doubt in somebody's mind, I believe it's Keith Thurman, because he made a comment talking about, he's like, yeah, but has anybody stood there and banged with Errol Spence? So like, we ain't seen that yet. And he's like, and you're right, we ain't seen nobody actually stand there and bang with him. Is Keith Thurman willing to do that? I think so, man. In order to get some kind of respect from him, I think he's willing to do that. And I don't know if he's willing to do that for 12 rounds, but I'm pretty sure he is. So, anyway, in the IBF, Errol Spence doesn't really have much to worry about, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he can have 2 title defenses versus Carlos Ocampo, you know what I'm saying? This dude from Mexico. Nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Then got Luis Collazo. Yeah, he'll probably stop him on cuts. But what's most interesting is you have this Konstantin Panamerov who pretty much skipped the opportunity to fight Errol Spence, man. He skipped the opportunity to fight Errol Spence for the mandatory spot. So I'm not sure if this Panamerov guy wants it or not. But he won't be fighting Errol Spence for the mandatory, the number one shot to fight the champion. He'll be fighting Errol Spence for the belt. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. Errol Spence is just fighting, so I don't know what the IBF is going to force these guys to fight each other. Carlos Ocampo versus Panamerov, for Luis Collazo versus Jose Benavidez, something like that. Somebody's going to fight somebody, man, because you got some good names up in here for Earl to fight, to get his, to keep his name relevant, you know what I'm saying? You have one British guy. I'll just go and mention it for the BK guys. Bradley Skeety. Skeet. Yeah. I think he's some UK guy. I think he can fight, man. I think I seen him fight. I don't know. But anyway, with Keith Thurman, plenty of options, man. That's where you got Danny, Sean Porter, and you got Panamerov ranked number 4 in the WBC and stuff like that. But I think what's going to happen is maybe he'll end up fighting Lamont Peterson. Inside fighter, older guy. Smart, he's smart. I think he might be fighting Lamont Peterson, man. Lamont Peterson would be a good one, and maybe someone else. Then it's probably Sean Porter again, then Errol Spence. So I think that's how it's gonna play out, man. I think it's gonna be Lamont Peterson, because he's got the WBA regular belt. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Peterson unless Lamont Peterson wants to fight Adrian Broner or something like that, or Danny again. You got this other dude's name, Tiwa Karam? Tiwa Karam? Anyway, I never heard of him. And these other guys are so high profile in these top 4 spots and the WBC and WBA. I mean, Kiram, he's number 1, you know what I'm saying, in the WBA, but that number 1 spot is almost like being number 3, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think anybody really want to bother with him, and he'll probably be happy to take a check to take a walk around the block while everybody else irrelevant of note gets it on, because you got all the top names up at the WBC and WBA, But anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. The elbow injury. Who should Keith Thurman fight next? Okay, and if it's not Errol Spence, so for the guys that hating on Keith Thurman, man, let me know who you should fight next. I know who's gonna be, man. I know who's gonna be. But for the ones that got love for Keith Thurman, and don't want to see Errol Spence tatted up, you know what I'm saying, too early, because he just got the belt, you know what I'm saying. You want him to develop as a champion and stuff like that. He just got the belt, Don't put him in, too rough. I mean, the man's already eating chocolate brownies and stuff like that, and stuff. He already getting his head puffed up, man. I don't know, he's been hanging out with Kell Brook after the fight or something like that. But can't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not healthy. So y'all let me know what's up, man. Who should they fight next, man? I think it's gonna happen next year, man. No doubt it's going to happen next year, which would be good. And I'm going to speak up on that, man. I don't know if I should speak up on it now or later. But, yeah, I'm going to speak up on that. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.